play. Let's take a look at Pan versus V89. They're in round 1, game 1, moving.
So we had a town name called Stefanov, ending in OW. That OW town name ending is not exclusive, but very much more common in the southern half of Poland, whereas in northern Poland you would get OWO, which is OWO, and of course it ends up being right in the middle.
Right in the middle, 32. 32. V89, another Void player. I know, like, for instance, Moo is always playing in the dark. Seems V89 is the same, just like playing from the Void.
See, both players moving here. I think both of these players are much more sort of no-move NMPZ inclined, so it wouldn't shock me that if on moving rounds with less information, they just won't bother and they'll just guess fast, effectively turning it into a no-moving game, which is kind of what they're doing here. They moved around a little bit, but they both kind of just gave... Well, I thought they gave up, but Pan is right on it.
It seems Pan is right on it, as you said. I mean, that is a way to start the game. What a great guess there. I wonder what he saw, if he saw any information. You see quickly V89 doesn't even want to move around.
Yeah,
Pan doesn't either.
Player has moved. Yeah, they're not going to. Who needs it? It's Guatemala. They both know that. They see that unique Google car and they just think, what the heck? Not worth the trouble.
And it works out for V89, guessing very quick. What, probably 5 seconds? Opened the map, got his guess down, and it worked out quite well. But still, pretty even here. Not too much to talk about in terms of their health. We move on to round 4. The multipliers are increasing here. 2.5 times damage now.
So this is the Philippines. This is a country where info is generally pretty common and also incredibly useful if you can find it. Yeah, V89 just not gonna worry about it. I don't know if the players know the provinces or not, but they'd rather play no moving, so that's basically what they're doing.
Your comment about them playing no move is just so apt for these two players. Some players who really aren't moving players don't care, to be honest. They get in the moving game and they say, okay, I'm just gonna look around, play this no moving. They make a couple moves down the street and they say, you know what? I'm better at no moving than moving anyways. I'm gonna play this like it's no moving. I already have a region guess in mind, or I just want to get this round over with. And they guess, they go next. Even V89 right now, again, in his next round, round 5, barely moves, has a region guess, gets it in there.
Yep. You know, it doesn't really feel like it's in the spirit of a moving game, but if you're able to do this and it works, it's like, why wouldn't you do it, you know? If the strategy benefits you, you should use it.
Play to your strengths. Play to your strengths. V89 now down quite a bit compared to Pan, but again, multis racking up. We'll see how this plays out. We go to round 6. We seem to be in Mexico here. We have one of those octagonal pulls, as mentioned before on broadcast. Very common to see in Mexico.
Amazing. They just don't bother. It's like, even now, he's basically playing no move. He's just looking around. He's not moving down the road, which is so different from what I would do if it was me. It's a complete opposite playstyle. What a guess from V89.
An amazing guess from him. Wow, that's a big comeback. He takes the lead as we move on to round 7.
Back in the driver's seat 4 now, but so close with the multis racking up, it's still basically impossible to call a winner at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like our players are moving, but Pan already opening up the map. But he does opt to continue moving on, so he is gonna try and find some info. V89, however, just trying to line up a bridge. He doesn't want signs. Bridge is all he needs.
Good luck with that, man. There are a lot of bridges in Sweden. That would be impressive if he finds the right one, but it is a pretty long bridge, so you never know.
It is. But yeah, go ahead. Check every lake in Sweden, V89. You got this. Every single one. It's doable. It is technically doable. Will he do it in the next 13 seconds? We'll see. Pan's still moving around. They still both really haven't found any signs. We're just going to see some region guesses here, going off of vibes, going off landscape, whatever they can see.
Right between them. All right. Yep. Yeah, neither had much. I mean, Pan had one sign for a town, but I think it was quite a small one, so probably not easy to find either way.
Yeah. We're going to round 8.
See a more urban round to see how they can deal with it. He doesn't even care.
He doesn't
He's not
care.
even going to scan. I mean, they've got town names right there. He doesn't even want to try.
He doesn't want to try. He just guesses and goes next. Pan ends up being closer there.
Well, there's not a lot of time left now. Round 9 of 10, and we're in Rwanda, which is not what Pan wants to see. Down 800 points.
Yeah, this is not much. They are moving, which is actually quite surprising to me considering what they've done so far. Now they're getting their guesses in. Now they're just gonna click middle.
So the sign says Kigali City on V89 screen, so it probably is close to downtown Kigali, so he may be a bit closer here. Oh, he's switching though. Pan has switched to Kigali. Yep.
V89 holds his lead. This is round 10 now. Again, we have a 10 round limit. So,
This is it.
Yeah, if we don't see much of a difference here in points, that's the end of the game. We are on a pretty massive bridge here. I do believe we saw a maximum and then a number sign for speed limit, which is a Canadian thing. That's how they do their speed limit signs. I believe I saw that.
And he has the town named Port Coquitlam, which I think is near Vancouver, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like a suburb. At least Coquitlam is. I don't know about Port Coquitlam, but I think it might be in the same place. But it should be just close to Vancouver, I think.
Yeah, it would definitely make a lot of sense. We have some mountains. This general vibe, foliage, everything like that feels pretty indicative of a British Columbia guess here.
There it is right there on Pan's screen. I'm not sure he had the town name. Oh my gosh, V89 is not in Vancouver. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
This could be it. This could change the outcome. He switched though. He switched.
He says switch.
Oh, there, he sees it. He found it.
He sees it. Is he going to find the port specifically? No, but he does see all the train tracks, which is definitely where we are. Yep, I think he might have just 5K'd right there.
I think he did. Yep.
He did. The 89, he drops the GG with an impressive 5K. The last minute find on the 5K. So impressive. And he barely moved around much, really.
Yep. I'm really curious what would have happened if Pan had sent Vancouver quickly there, because it seemed like he had the vibe from the start, whereas V89 was on Vancouver Island for a bit, and that could have made the difference.
Yeah, it actually definitely could have. It would have been quite interesting. V89 could have ended up in Vancouver Island, and the game would have gone a different way. But now we're on no move. This is where our players here in this matchup particularly are most comfortable.
Yep. I think there was a URL that said Taranaki, which is it's a region in southwestern North Island. So we could be there, or maybe that was bait, I'm not sure. This does look like a fairly big city, but it could be like New Plymouth, because that is where Taranaki is. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's just gonna click the mountain. There he is.
If we see those little yellow dashes there on Pan's screen on the side of the road, those can be quite common in New Zealand, as well as a couple other places. Ireland can have them, but definitely quite common in New Zealand as well, a good indicator. We did also see NZ on a big sign earlier, so that quite a good help as well. The players have their guesses, it seems. V89 on it, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually had the town name or if he just had the word Taranaki, but that is in fact the Taranaki region. So, very, very nice guess from P89. Ooh, interesting. Oh, is this? Well, no, I'm not sure. This is going to be Chile, I think. We have this concrete road. You see a lot of this in like more southern Chile, and the white Google car is very Chile as well. But yeah, this Route 9 in the far south of Chile, near Tierra del Fuego, near Punta Arenas, is concrete like this, and it has yellow road lines, which we also see here. So I think both players are probably on the correct road here.
I agree. Right off of it.
Off-road.
Off-road. God, I think the 9 would have had the yellow outer lines, and we had no outer lines, so maybe that's why it's that off-road. But great region guesses from the both of them. We going around
lines. They were just super, super faded, and I think the 9 normally they show up a lot more prominently than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one is interesting, though. I don't mind the Portugal guess. It's hard to tell because the pole... They have an electricity pole, but they can only see, like, the side of it. They can't see the front of the back, which might be hiding some information from them.
Yeah, because it looks like it could be a pole with some holes or at least slots in it like the Portugal pole would be, which is why we possibly see Pan going there. I do like the guess quite a bit. We'll see if V89 agrees. No, it doesn't seem like he does. It seems like he's looking at possibly an Italy or Greece guess based off of where his map is. No, he zooms out.
Is he in the water?
I think he's doing a little swimming. He's doing a little swimming.
May as well, right? Wants to stay alive. Not taking any risks.
Wow, but with 2 times damage, I mean, that's gonna be some points. V89 does a little swimming. That's a massive deal of damage down to V89. Not committing to any country there. Seemed he was debating kind of just a lot of the Mediterranean and didn't pay off for him to just make a confident guess. Pan holds a huge lead now. Round 4, quick guess from Pan. No waiting around.
Mountain to the southwest. I suppose V89 knew he probably wouldn't lose if he was in the water like that, so he was just maybe trying to be as safe as possible, but it's definitely a risky decision.
Yeah, because Pan ended up having such a good guess there that it just, with the 2 times multi, took down so much damage to V89. Nothing to write home about here in that little Italy round, though. We move on to round 5. We are now on 3 times damage.
Looks like a Peru here. It's a green Peru, so we have black and white signposts. Very good indicator of Peru within Latin America. He's going on the Iquitos road, which is in the far northeast. We will see if V89 does the same. I'm not sure he will.
I think Iquitos might be a little flatter. There are a couple hilly areas, so okay, it does pay off. Pan on the road, V89 just right off of it. That's 90 points still, but both players very close to each other.
Pan is locked in, by the way.
Very locked in. He went down that first game and he said, no. You're not going to win so easily, V89. I know we've been waiting for you, but they weren't even ready for me. I'm here to win.
Insta-sended Gaborone from V89, and same guess, basically. Which, yeah, that's the part of Botswana where you'll see the most mountains, so definitely makes a lot of sense for them to guess there.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Pan holding that lead, V89 really on his last leg here.
All it takes is one round, though, with multipliers this high. Definitely don't count him out. This is a tricky round for sure.
Yeah, every round so important in this format. They both seem to be southern Norway here.
I like the guess. It makes sense with the sort of rockiness. Yep. Very nice guess
closer.
from both of them.
Yeah, great guesses. V89 takes 228 damage down to Pan. It's not much. Maybe it's a little helpful for the mental, if anything. We go on to our next round. We're getting in the thick of it. We are nearing the end. 4.5 times damage. Round 8.
This is going to be Japan. We have the low camera. The Google camera is a little bit lower to the ground than normal, and we have a pole top that is exclusive to Chugoku, which is that region in southern Honshu that V89 is in, and they are both in, and that is going to be close.
That's close, but that's 810 damage. V89 on 211 health now as we go into round 9. I will say with the multis, if Pan makes a big blunder here, V89 could win it, but as long as Pan stays as locked in as he has been, I think he takes this.
Still hard to call. I like the Gulf of California zoom. I think that makes a lot of sense with the landscape that we see here. And they are both, wow, they zoomed in on the same town, but V89's going back out now.
They're now in the same town.
Oh,
they found something that seems to have lined up. You got water straight south there like that with more... Yeah, you have those little islands or more land as well to the south past the water, so lining up something like this does make a lot of sense.
They may be on this, although, did V89 move again? He may have. He's down near Guaymas now.
He did. I think he moved farther south. No, he's thinking about going farther up. I do like Pan's guess quite a lot. It would make sense with the way we see those little mountains past the water south. Yep, he's on it.
Locked in, man.
That
Wow.
takes him the no moving game, and we go on to NMPZ in the Pan versus V89 matchup.
What an incredible game there from Pan. Just such high-level gameplay. All of his guesses were so on point. And yeah, again, Pan, a player I knew almost nothing about coming in. But as I said earlier, these qualifiers, the players who got in through the qualifiers, some of them are so strong because they really had to prove their worth to get here. So we are really seeing the talent on full display here.
Yeah, we do love to see it. Again, like, we do have players who have been in previous World Cups or regionals, and it's recognizable, you know, we've seen them before, but both of these two players are brand new. They're making their appearance in the World League, and they're proving why they're here. Both players go Bogota, and it's 11 points.
So why can't I hear the game audio anymore?
I don't know, I lost it too, but it's okay.
Yeah. All right. What have we got here? Urban Europe? Hard to tell where. Ukraine? Yeah, that could make sense. It's hard for me to read anything on the screen. Both thinking Ukraine, but Anna's pretty far west, right? Oh, never mind.
V89 considering Kaliningrad area of Russia.
Could work. I mean, very sort of more European-looking architecture, but Kaliningrad is a good shout for that as well. And now, just in Kyiv, he's kind of just switching around between some of the cities. Neither of them is sure where to go here.
Yeah, it seems like Pan wants to go Lviv. I do like the guess quite a bit. Does make sense. I like Ukraine in general, so with the architecture like this, Lviv could make a lot of sense. We'll see if V89 stays where he is. It looks like he will. Wow. It is just
Venezia.
Yeah, it's just Venezia. That's 200 down to Pan. Nothing crazy.
It's always going to be difficult rounds like that. It's like, you know, you're probably in Ukraine. You can tell it's urban, but it's so hard to tell where. All the cities look so similar. Yeah, both players are going to have a very good idea here. We have red car and almost no vegetation, which is a great indication of this area in far northern Russia, but an excellent guess from Pan. Wow.
Very impressive.
Man, he is playing incredibly well right now.
He
I have
really
to say.
is. We move on to round 4 here, 2.5 times damage. Again, we are an NMPZ, guys. This is the image they get. That's it. We do have a concrete road here, very common in the Philippines. Could be there. You do get concrete roads in Thailand too, some other places, but
Yeah, I think with the poll that we have here, I think Philippines makes a lot of sense, unless I'm missing this, which is possible. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like the players are spending some time on this. Oh my goodness, whoa. Okay.
we have a Mexico from V89. Pan. Where is Pan gonna go? He did open the map, but then went back in it. I do actually like Mexico. It's really hard on our screens to see exactly what that pull is, but it could be a Mexico pull.
It could be, yeah. I thought, you know, it looked like Asia to me, and I thought, well, with that poll, maybe in Asia it would have to be the Philippines, but I could see Mexico.
Wow! What an amazing guess from V89 in Oaxaca to take Pan down to 657 health. That is a huge lead now for V89.
The first slip-up we've seen from Pan in a long time, but what an incredible guess from V89. It's not over yet. Again, another really nasty round here. This absolutely could end the game either way.
Yeah, this is difficult. We do have an Indo little swimming guess from V89. Pan looks a little confused, not too happy V89 guessed that quickly.
See where he goes. It looks like he will go Indonesia. But a more specific guess here from Pan. He's going even further east. Oh my gosh. Wow. He's gonna stay alive, I think. Yeah. Wow.
He does stay alive. They both seem to have done a little bit of swimming there, but Pan just a wee bit closer and decided to commit more to the Nusas.
He did move further east at the last second, though, so he's probably kicking himself for that, because he could have gotten some points there.
Yeah.
He stays alive, just.
We do go on a round 6 in what appears to be a turkey. Both players, I think they know it. At the very least, V89 does. He's locked it in.
Yeah. I would
Let's
agree with the
see.
turkey guess, although it's going to come down to a region guess here.
I think that's
And
a pretty
needs to
big
be
difference. That's
And some more
gonna
west.
be the
Wow.
game. V89 takes it.
Yep.